Good morning, dear students. A warm welcome to all of you for our today's digital session for the subject Science and Technology, Section A. In our previous session, we have completed with the revision for half of chapter number 2, which we would complete today, and then we will revise the numerical examples for both the chapters. So let us begin with the topic of free fall and power, which were left out for chapter number 2. After the topic of transformation of energy, our next topic for revision is free fall. Before moving towards the topic, we have studied the two types of mechanical energies, that is kinetic energy and potential energy. And in transformation of energy, we have seen how energy gets transformed from one form to another. So, here we will just release an object from a height. Free fall. What does the word tell you? If we just release an object from a height, it gets pulled towards the earth because of the gravitational force. You take any stone, you take any object, you take a rubber, you just you can say throw up in the air, you will see it after a certain time, it will reach a particular height and then again it will fall back to the earth's surface. Why? Because of the gravitational force. So an object falling solely under the influence of gravitational force is said to be in free fall or to be falling freely. So here let us look at the kinetic and potential energies of an object of mass m falling freely from height h when the object is at different heights. We are taking an object and making that object to fall freely. That object is having mass m, and we will have a glance at the kinetic and potential energies of that object at different heights. The point A, here you can see point A is at a height h. This is total height from the ground. Let the point B be at a distance x vertically below A. See, this is height A. Point A is what? It is at a height h from this ground surface. Then this point B is at a distance x right vertically below A. Let the point C be on the ground directly below points A and B. Now here let us calculate the energies of the object A, B and C. We are going to calculate the energies of that object which we have taken at all these 3 points. So first, when the object is stationary at point A, when the object is here, what will be its initial velocity? Its initial velocity will be equal to 0. So, kinetic energy is equal to half mv square. You know the formula for kinetic energy and potential energy, it is mgh. So, the first position is when the object is at this height at point A, initial velocity u is equal to 0. Kinetic energy is half mv square. Now here half m multiplied by u square, because velocity here, initial velocity is 0. So when u is equal to 0, when you substitute u as 0, you will get kinetic energy equal to 0. Potential energy is mgh, because that object is at a height h from the earth's surface, from the ground. So potential energy formula is mgh. So what will be total energy over here? Kinetic energy plus potential energy. So 0 plus mgh. So total energy will be mgh. Let us give equation number 1 for this. Just be very clear. First, at when the object is at point A, that is at a height h from the earth's surface. So why potential energy we have taken mgh? Because the object is having mass m, g, and what is the height? Height is h. Let us move towards the next situation. Let the velocity of the object be vb when it reaches point B. Now the object is allowed to fall down. So let the velocity of the object be VB. Why B? Because at point B, when it reaches point B, having fallen through a distance x. You know that point B is at a distance x. So here initial velocity will be what? 0. What will be the displacement? Displacement will be nothing but this height. So it will be x, and A is nothing but equal to g. Let us consider Newton's second equation of motion. V square, third equation. V square is equal to u square plus 2as. So Vb square, velocity is what? Vb is equal to initial velocity 0. So 0 square plus 2 multiply by, in place of ag, in place of s you will put x. So Vb square is equal to 2gx. What is the formula for kinetic energy? Kinetic energy is half mv square. So what is V over here? Vb the whole square. Substitute the value half m. In place of Vb you will put Vb square is what? 2gx. So substitute 2gx. 2 and 2 will get cancelled off. So kinetic energy will be mgx. What will be the height of the object when it is at point B? Total height minus this height. So h minus x. So the height of the object when the object is at B is h minus x. So potential energy is what? mgh. So what will be h? h minus x. Open the bracket. mg into h minus mgx. Now what is total energy? As we have seen, total energy is kinetic energy plus potential energy. So mgx plus, what is potential energy? mgh minus mgx. Plus mgx minus mgx will get cancelled off. So total energy is equal to m into g into h, equation number 2. Let us see when the object reaches point C, that is at the ground surface. Here the velocity of the object will be Vc when it reaches the ground near point C. Initial velocity will be 0. What will be the s displacement now? From point A to point C. So displacement will be h. A will be equal to g. Again take the equation. V square is equal to u square plus 2as. So V square is, what is u? 0. So 0 square is 0 plus 2 in place of ag, in place of s, h. So kinetic energy is half mvc square, that is half into m into what is vc square? 2gh. So substitute the values. 2 will get cancelled off. So kinetic energy will be mgh. Now the height of the object from the ground at point C will be what? 0. Because now the object is at the ground's, you can say earth's surface, on the ground. So height will be 0. So you know when the height is 0 on the ground surface, potential energy will be equal to 0. So potential energy is mgh, that is equal to 0. So what is total energy? Kinetic energy plus potential energy. So 0 plus mgh, that is equal to mgh. So equation number 3. And what you can derive from all the 3 equations? From equations 1, 2 and 3, we can see that the potential total energy of the object is the same at all the 3 points, that is A, B and C. Let us look once again. Let us refer all the 3 equations. See. First equation, total energy is mgh. Second case, total energy is mgh. And in the third case also, total energy is mgh. Means what you can see over here is at all the points, the total energy remains same during a free fall. So at any point during the fall, the total energy remains constant. That is, total energy is equal to potential energy plus kinetic energy. So total energy at point A is what? mgh was the potential energy, plus kinetic energy was 0 due to the height. So it was mgh. At point B, it was mgx plus mgh minus x, that is mgh. and at point C, that is on the ground, potential energy is 0, kinetic energy was mgh, that came out to be mgh. Now the last topic for revision is power. Before looking at this topic, we have just seen the 3 different activities related to it. The first activity asked us, can your father climb stairs as fast as you can? Whose answer was no. Next, will you fill the overhead water tank with the help of a bucket or an electric motor? We had taken the help of an electric motor. And in the third case, they had asked us, suppose Rajeshri, Yash and Ranjit have to reach the top of a small hill. Rajeshri went by car, Yash went cycling while Ranjit went walking. If all of them choose the same path, who will reach first and who will reach last? And there we had seen Rajeshri will reach first, Yash second and Ranjit last. Why? Because even though the top of the hill, the path is same, but Rajeshri is making use of car, so car moves fast. Then second was Yash. Why? He went cycling, so car moves fast as compared to a cycle and then compared to a walking person. So Rajeshri will go first, followed by Yash, and then final Ranjit will reach the top of the hill. And based on this, we had covered the topic power. So what is the power? In all these above examples, what you can see, the work done is same in each example. Father is climbing the stairs, you are also climbing the stairs. Filling the overhead water tank either with the help of a bucket or an electric motor. So work done is the same in each example, but the time taken to perform the work is different for each person or each method. As compared to you, your father will take more time. As compared to bucket, electric motor will fill the water fast. Means what? The work done is the same of climbing the stairs, filling the water, going to the top of the hill, but the time taken by each person or each method is different. So the fast or the slow rate of the work done is expressed in which unit? It is expressed in a term of which is known as power. So what is power? Power is nothing but the rate at which work is done. The fastness or slowness of the work done determines the power of the object. So if W amount of work is done in time T, then power is work upon time. So power denominated or designated by capital P is equal to W upon small t. So what will be the SI unit of power? You know SI unit of work is joules and time is in seconds. So SI unit of power is joule per second, which is called as watt. Why watt? Because it is in the, you can say, recognition of the work done by James Watt. You have heard about it. The first steam engine was invented in the year 1781 by the Scottish scientist James Watt, and this invention, it brought about an industrial revolution, and the unit of power is called watt in his recognition of work. James Watt was the first to use the term horsepower. So what is 1 watt? 1 watt is what? 1 joule of work done in 1 second. So 1 watt is 1 joule upon 1 second, and 1 horsepower is equal to 746 watts. Unit of energy for commercial purpose is kilowatt hour. Means energy calculation for commercial purpose is kilowatt hour. So what is 1 kilowatt hour? 1 kilowatt multiplied by 1 hour. 1 kilowatt is 1000 watt multiplied by 1 hour is 3600 seconds, 60 minutes. 1 minute is 60 seconds. So 60 multiplied by 60, 3600 seconds. So it is 36 crore joules, and 1 kilowatt hour is nothing but 1 unit. Now we start with the numerical examples, the revision of numerical examples. For chapter number 2 first we will do solved examples, then textual, and then for chapter number 1. So the first numerical example is the solved example which is given in your textbook on page number 23 under kinetic energy. A stone having a mass of 250 grams, mass is 250 grams, is falling from a height. How much kinetic energy does it have at the moment when its velocity is 2 meters per second? Mass is given as 250 grams, that we have to convert into kg because the other unit is in meters per second. What is velocity? 2 meters per second. Formula for determining kinetic energy is half mv square. So in the first case, always and always I tell you, whenever you are solving any numerical example, the first thing which you have to keep in mind is about their units. Whether all the units are in one system. One unit is in grams, one unit is in, you can say, kilograms, one is meter per second, other is centimeter. That won't do. You have to compulsorily convert the unit in one system. Now it depends on you whether you have to convert them in CGS system or you have to convert them in MKS system. But basically we refer the MKS or the SI system only. So this grams which is in CGS system is converted into kg. 1 kg is 1000 grams. So 250 grams divided by 1000, 0.25 kg. Velocity is given as 2 meter per second. Kinetic energy is half mv square. Substitute the values. Half multiplied by m is 0.25 multiplied by 2 the whole square. You will get it as 0.5 joules. Now it is kinetic energy. So it will be in joules. Next solved example is on page number 24 of your textbook under the topic potential energy. 500 kg water is stored in the overhead tank of a 10 meter high building. Calculate the amount of potential energy stored in the water. 500 kg of water is stored where? In the overhead tank. So at a height of a 10 meters high building. You have to calculate the amount of potential energy. Now here the energy which will be possessed by the water will be potential energy. Why? Because it is at a height from the earth's surface. So height is 10 meters, mass is 500 kg, and as you know G, the value of G in MKS system is 9.8 meters per second square. You have to calculate the potential energy. So formula for potential energy is mgh. Substitute the values. M 500 multiply by G 9.8 multiply by H is 10. When you multiply all the three, you will get 49,000 potential energy. So answer will be in joules. Now the revision of next solved example on page number 28. We have taken only the second example over there. Example number 2. A 25 watt electric bulb is used for 10 hours every day. How much electricity does it consume every day? Now we have not taken the first example because it is very simple, related to again power, work upon time. So second example we will solve. A 25 watt electric bulb. So power is 25 watt for 10 hours every day. So what is time? 10 hours. So this watt you have to convert into kilowatt because they have asked how much electricity does it consume each day. So the amount of energy consumed. So you know power is work done upon time. So if you want the, you can say amount of energy, it is nothing here but power is equal to work upon time. So the electrical energy consumed is what? Power multiplied by time. How much power they have given? 25 watt. 1 kilowatt is 1000 watt. So this watt you have to convert into kilowatt. So divide by 1000. You will get 0.025 kilowatts. Time is given in hours and we want the electricity consumption. So it is in kilowatt hours. So this is converted in kilowatt, multiply by direct 10. So 0.025 multiplied by 10. So answer is 0.25 kilowatt hour, or 1 kilowatt hour is equal to 1 unit. So you can write it anyway. Next is the numerical examples on page number 29. The first two we will revise. An electric pump has 2 kilowatt power. How much water will the pump lift every minute to a height of 10 meters? Here power is given as 2 kilowatts. Then time is given as 1 minute and height is given as 10 meters. First thing you will write. Then how much water will the pump lift? Now it has to lift the water to a certain height. So what will be the energy? It will be potential energy. So to find the mass of the water, potential energy or power is equal to work upon time. So here work done is what? Done in lifting the water. So it will be potential energy. So mgh upon T. Now mass you have to find out. Power is 2 kilowatts. We have to convert into watt. So 1 kilowatt is 1000 watt. So 2 multiplied by 1000, 2000 watt. Height is already in meter. Now time we want in seconds. So 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. Substitute the values. Here in place of power you will write 2000 is equal to m multiplied by value of g is 9.8 multiplied by 10 upon 60. 2000 multiplied by 60 upon 9.8 multiplied by 10. Keep m on the right hand side. After calculations you will get m is equal to 1,20,000 upon 98, which you divide and you will get the answer as 1224.5 kg. Next is question number 5b. If a 1200 watt electric iron is used daily for 30 minutes, how much total electricity is consumed in the month of April? Now here I have told you that how much electricity consumption means you have to get the answer in unit in kilowatt hour. So this watt you will convert into kilowatt. So power is 1200 watt. So 1200 divided by 1000, 1.2 kilowatts. Time is 30 minutes per day and it is month of April. And month of April has 30 days. So 30 minutes multiplied by 30 days, that is 15 hours. And here immediately you have to write, I have told you any month they can give for confusion. So you should know the number of days every month. They can ask in the month of February, if it is a leap year, then you should know leap year means 29 days. So you have to find energy consumed. So electric power is electrical energy consumed in a given time. So electrical energy consumed is power multiplied by time. Just now we have seen the solved examples. Substitute the values. 1.2 multiplied by 15 hours. So 18 kilowatt hour. See, electric power is in kilowatt. Time is in hours. So kilowatt hours, you all know 1 kilowatt hour is equal to 1 unit. So it will be 18 units, as 1 kilowatt hour is equal to 1 unit. With this, we complete with the revision for chapter number 2 in terms of your all the concepts and the numerical examples. Now let us revise the numerical examples for chapter number 1. First, we will revise the solved examples. If time doesn't, you can say, if the time gets over, then the textual numerical examples I will take up in the next session along with a new chapter. So let us begin with the solved examples. Chapter number 1, the first solved example in your textbook from page number 11. An athlete is running on a circular track. He runs a distance of 400 meters in 25 seconds. Before returning to his original position, what is his average speed and velocity? How much is the total distance traveled? 400 meters. So total distance traveled is 400 meters. Time is 25 seconds. So total time is 25 seconds. What is the total displacement? It is 0. Why? Before returning to his original position. So as he returns to his original position, what is his average speed and what is his average velocity? So what is the formula for average speed? Total distance covered upon total time taken. And what is the formula for average velocity? Total displacement upon total time taken. Substitute the values. What is the total distance traveled? 400. Upon time taken, 25. Total time it is. See, they have given in the question only. So 400 divided by 25, 16 meters per second. And average velocity is total displacement upon total time. What is total displacement? 0, because he is returning back to his original position. He is running on the circular track. So 0 upon total time is 25. So answer is 0 meters per second. Next solved example on the same page. An aeroplane taxis on the runway for 30 seconds with an acceleration of 3.2 meters per second square before taking off. How much distance would it have covered on the runway? What is acceleration? 3.2 meter per second square. Time is 30 seconds. Initial velocity is 0. How much distance? So you have to find displacement. Make use of the formula or the Newton's equations of motion. S is equal to ut plus half at square. We will not use the first or the third one. Why? Because first one is v is equal to u plus at, which we don't want, as we have to find the value of s. And the third one is v square is equal to u square plus 2as. Even though s is there, we don't have the value of v. So we will go for this equation. Substitute the values. U is 0. So 0 multiply by 30 plus half multiply by 3.2 multiply by 30 square. When you do the cancellations, you will get 1440 meters. Next solved example is a kangaroo can jump 2.5 meter vertically. What must be the initial velocity of the kangaroo? What is acceleration? 9.8 meter per second square. What is displacement? Jumping 2.5 meters. So 2.5 meter is the displacement. Initial velocity you have to find out. Final velocity is 0. So v square is equal to u square plus 2as. Substitute the values. 0 square is equal to u square plus 2 multiply by a is what? 9.8 multiply by 2.5. Now here you can see a minus sign is taken. Why negative sign? It is used as the acceleration is in the direction opposite to that of velocity. It is jumping. So this acceleration is in the direction opposite to the velocity. So you will take a as minus. So 0 is equal to u square 9.8 multiply by 2.5 multiply by 2. So u square minus 49. U square is equal to, take this minus 49 here, it will become plus 49. 49 is a perfect square of 7. So u is equal to 7 meters per second. The last solved example on this page is example number 4. A motor boat starts from rest and moves with uniform acceleration. If it attains the velocity of 15 meter per second in 5 seconds, calculate the acceleration and the distance travelled in that time. What is initial velocity? U is equal to 0. Final velocity v is equal to 15 meter per second. Time is 5 seconds. Calculate acceleration. So a is equal to how much? From the first equation of motion, that is v is equal to u plus at. So v is equal to u plus at, they have segregated as a is equal to v minus u upon t. Substitute the values. What is v? 15 minus u is 0 upon time t is 5. So 15 minus 0 is 15 upon 5, 3 meters per second square. From the second equation of motion, the distance covered will be s is equal to ut plus half at square. So s is what? 0 multiplied by t 0 plus half multiplied by a is 3 multiplied by 5 square. When you substitute the values and do the calculations, you will get it as 37.5 meters. So today we have completed the revision. This was a revision. All these solved examples we have already discussed in our chapters when the explanation was going on, And as I have told you, keep your ears open once again. No solved examples you have to write in the notebook, but you have to practice them, because as I have informed you earlier that any solved example can be even asked in your 9th standard exams also, school exams, and also in the 10th standard board exams. Don't underestimate them कि ये solved examples है, so we don't have to do it. No, you have to practice them. Now, the solved example on page number 16, that is solved example number 1 and 2, and the textual numerical examples are remaining. So that we will take up as a part of revision in our next session, that is on Thursday. And along with that, I will be starting a new chapter for you. So I will be starting a new chapter from section B, chapter number 8. So what I request all of you, before you attend our next session, kindly at least go through the chapter. Go through chapter number 8, that is useful and harmful microbes. Get introduced to the topics, at least to the topics which are there in the chapter. So when you attend the next session, you will not be totally blank. At least the names of the topics, at least the pictures, that will be known to you. So till then, I request all of you to keep your notebooks completed. Purposely, I have started with the revision, and the revision is getting over. So first revision is over. Then slightly we will go ahead with our terminal exam portion, and then before our exams 1 week again I will be revising the chapters. So twice if the topics are revised, you know, a lot of chapters are there in science, it will be fit and registered in your minds. So keep your notebooks completed, keep studying, keep revising, keep drawing diagrams, solving the numericals from time to time. Thank you, dear children.